Boys and girls at home, we're going to read a chapter book today. We're going to read this chapter about Freddie the Frog Goes Flying. We're using the letter F today. This is a book that doesn't have a lot of pictures. It has this one, it's black and white. So you have to listen and you have to have a picture in your head. All right? Everybody ready to listen? Don't bother your neighbor. Freddie the Frog lived in a warm pond in the country. He had many brothers and sisters, all younger than he was. Freddie was tired of taking care of his brothers and sisters. He wanted to see the world. He liked to climb out of the pond and walk down the road from time to time. "Don't go too far," warned his mother. "Frogs need to stay near water." But Freddie didn't listen. One day he took a walk down the road and he leaped and he jumped along and he went farther and farther. Soon he came to a place where different kinds of animals roamed. People were walking around looking at the animals. Freddie didn't know it, but he was in the zoo. What fun, Freddie thought. He wandered around looking at the children. He heard music playing. And all at once, Freddie saw children jumping up and down on a trampoline. "Oh, look at that! I bet I can jump up very high if I go there." So Freddie climbed onto the trampoline and he bent down and took a jump and landed on the pad. Then he bounced higher than he had ever jumped before. Freddie didn't know where he would land. Just then a kangaroo was walking down the road and she was holding her pocket open to put her babies back inside, but all of a sudden Freddie landed right in the kangaroo's pocket. Oh, grunted Freddie. "How will I ever get out of here?" The pocket stayed closed for quite a while. As soon as it opened, Freddie took a leap. He jumped down and landed on a man's shoe. "Oh, what's this?" cried the man. Looked down in surprise at his shoe. "Jump and Jiminy, it's a frog!" He picked Freddie up and started to hand him to his little boy. But before the little boy could grab him, Freddie caught hold of the string from a balloon that the boy was holding. The boy let go of the string to grab the frog. But it was too late. Freddie and the balloon were off in the sky. Freddie went flying higher and higher. He had never been this high off the ground before, and he was frightened. He held tightly to the string of the balloon, and it sailed higher and higher into the wind. Suddenly, the air made the balloon burst. So what happened to the balloon? It popped. "Oh, no!" cried Freddie, and he began to fall through the air. Plop! Freddie felt himself land on something soft, but it was moving. He sat up and looked around. He was on the wing of a duck. The duck flew for a long time. Freddie was glad to rest on the wing. He was even enjoying the view from the sky, but he missed being in the water. Just then, the duck decided it was time for a swim for herself. She turned downward and flew lower and lower until she came to a pond. And just before she splashed into the water, she dropped Freddie off her wing. Wham! He landed on a seal's head. "Ouch!" cried Sammy the seal as he rubbed his head with his flippers. And then he lifted his head to see who had caused his bump. And as he did, Freddie slid down into the water. Whoosh! Kerplunk! He started to swim fast. Soon he reached a rock and stopped to rest. Children were clapping their hands as they watched him. "Hooray for Freddie the Frog!" they shouted. Freddie made a new game. Sammy the seal smiled. He enjoyed the game too. Freddie climbed back up on Sammy's back again and again and again to slide into the water. What fun it was! So even though Freddie never found his way home to his old pond, he made a new home in a new pond. He had seen as much as the world as he cared to, and now he was ready to settle down in a new place. And what nicer way could there be than to settle down in a pond with Sammy the seal, where the two friends could have fun every day? So here is one more picture of Sammy the seal. And where did Sammy the seal live again?
In the water.
But where?
Ice.
Not ice. Where is he?
In the pond.
Do you remember back? Where did Freddy the Frog end up?
Zoo.
At the zoo. Okay.